Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Netflix's new film, Blue Miracle. And this is based off of a true story of a man who runs a children's orphanage, and things aren't going so great, and he gets the opportunity to join this fishing competition, but needs to pal up with a, like an old drunk over the hill kind of fisherman who used to be a two-time champ. And they team up with a group of the orphans to go off and compete in this tournament to save the orphanage. It's like Blues Brothers, except with fishing and less music. But this film is based off a true story and is directed by Julio Quintana, and I'm not very familiar with Quintana's previous work, but with this one, there's some craft here, honestly. And before I get into some other aspects of the film, I enjoyed the music from Hanan Townsend and the cinematography from Santiago Benet Mari. The camera work's pretty inspired. There's some long tracking takes here. There's some impressive camera angles. There's a intimacy and a fisheye lens kind of feel of how things are pulled in, how you get those shots up and close with some of the actors. And it's very bright, but not in a overly saturated kind of way. It feels like it's really capturing the beauty of this place on this water, which is gorgeous. And there's some dream sequences that intercut throughout the film that really pop with its imagery. And visually, this is a really well-made film, and Julio Quintana does a really fine job of keeping the pace up with this film and giving it some energy, and it moves along. And besides all the technical aspects, you have this film that really sets up this is a dangerous place, this orphanage is really important, you're sold, you're invested. It's a fun group of kid actors in this film that do a fine job. And then you have our main actor playing Omar, Jimmy Gonzalez, who's really solid in this film. I appreciated his performance. But Wade, though, the fisherman who joins them, is played by Dennis Quaid. And he's crotchety and you're going to do what I tell you to do. I don't like you. You're a bunch of unnamed orphans. And, he's old, crotchety, just wants to do his thing. He wants to get his title back. And he's a lot of fun. And you have Raymond Cruz and Bruce McGill who pop up into some small roles here. But a lot of it's the young men like Anthony Gonzalez and Nathan Arenas and Isaac Aralanis, and just all these kids bring a lot of energy and fun to the film too, and I enjoyed their performances. This is a very genuine film. There's genuine care for these characters and how the story is portrayed and how the narrative is drawn out, and it's your pretty standard underdog story. You know exactly where this is going. There's some little tiny twists to shake things up, but in general, you pretty much know this film beat by beat. And you're going to have adversity, you're going to have tension, and honestly, you have Quintana really building up some really solid tension. There's one particular scene with two kids pushed off overboard, and it's cutting between them and them having this fish on the line and cutting back and forth, building that tension, the camera work, the actors, everything really comes together in that scene. It's one of the more inspired scenes. They definitely have these dream sequences, and the fishing sequences are the most inspired and really capture the energy of the film and the spirit of what this story is trying to say, of that connection with the fishing and the goodwill kind of story of trying to save this orphanage. It's a sweet little film, and I enjoyed it. This isn't going to surprise you. It's not going to burn things down this is the best thing out there. It's a really sweet little story, and Netflix has a little winner here. But those are my thoughts on Blue Miracle. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.